Adopting a child is, well, it's one of the most incredible things, right? But the paperwork that comes after, like getting proof of your child's U.S. citizenship, can feel a little confusing. So today, we're going to clear up one of the biggest points of confusion and hopefully make this whole journey a lot smoother for you.
Okay, so let's get right into it. You've probably been doing your homework, searching online, and you keep seeing something called Form N-643. It's officially the application for Certificate of Citizenship on behalf of an adopted child. And you're thinking, that's it. That's the one I need, right? Well, hold on. Before you waste another second looking for that form, you need to hear this. That form, the N-643, is completely obsolete. It's gone. It's not in use anymore. So what happened to it? I mean, why is it still popping up in search results if you can't even use it? Let's take a quick look at this ghost form and figure out why it's a thing of the past.
So here's the deal. A while back, USCIS had two separate lanes. The N-643 was specifically for adopted kids. But then, in the early 2010s, they basically just streamlined everything. They got rid of the N-643 and consolidated the whole process into one single form, the N-600. The big takeaway here is that Form N-600 now covers everybody, both biological and adopted children. It is the one and only form you need today. Simple as that.
All right, so now that we've put that ghost form to rest, let's talk about what you actually need. It's time to get you on the right path forward with the correct form. So what is this Form N-600 exactly? Think of it as the official application you use to get that concrete government-issued proof, that certificate of citizenship, that says, yes, my child is a U.S. citizen because I am. And just to be super clear, this absolutely includes adoptive parents. This is your tool.
But can just anyone file it? Not quite. There's a little checklist you have to run through. First, you, the parent, have to be a U.S. citizen. Your child generally needs to be under 18. And for adoptions, this is key. The adoption has to be 100% final and legal, and you need to have both legal and physical custody. And finally, you, the parent, have to meet certain rules about how long you've actually lived in the United States.
Okay, so you've looked at the requirements and you're thinking, yep, that's us. So what happens next? Let's break this whole thing down into simple, easy-to-follow parts so it doesn't feel so intimidating. Really, it's a pretty clear 7-step journey. You start by just double-checking your eligibility. Then you fill out the N-600 itself, gather up all your supporting documents, we'll get to that, pay the filing fee, and then you send the whole package off. After that, you'll probably have an appointment or two to attend, and then, if everything checks out, that official certificate arrives. It's a totally manageable, step-by-step process.
Now let's talk about step 3, gathering documents, because this is where the details really matter. You'll need the basics, of course, like your child's birth certificate and your proof of citizenship. But for an adoption, the absolute non-negotiables are the final adoption decree, your child's green card or other immigration papers, and proof that you meet those physical presence requirements we just talked about. Oh, and don't forget to get 2 recent passport-style photos of your child.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Everyone always wants to know 2 things. How much is this going to cost me, and how long am I going to have to wait? Time for a quick reality check.
As of right now, the filing fee if you're sending in a paper application is $1,385. It's good to know that filing online is usually a little bit cheaper, and there are some fee waivers available for certain situations. But here's the most important part. Fees change, so please always check the official USCIS website for the most current fee before you send anything.
And the wait time? Well, you're going to have to be patient here. You're typically looking at a wait of anywhere from 5 to 14 months. Now, that's just an estimate. These timelines can and do change all the time depending on how busy they are. So again, your best friend is the USCIS website. They have a tool to check current processing times. Now, before we wrap up, I want to let you in on something really valuable, an alternative that a lot of families use. It could save you a whole lot of time, money, and paperwork. Let's call it an insider tip. So after hearing about a fee of over $1,000 and a potential wait of more than a year, you are probably asking yourself this exact question. Is there a simpler, more direct way to get proof of my child's citizenship? And for a lot of families, the answer is a big, loud yes. Think about it. A U.S. passport is by definition proof of citizenship. You can't get one unless you're a citizen. The application process is often way more straightforward, it's a lot faster, and it costs less than filing the N-600. Honestly, for most day-to-day things, a passport is all the proof of citizenship a family ever needs.
Okay, so now you know to forget about the N-643. You're focused on the N-600, and you even know about the passport alternative. So, what is the single most important thing you can do now? Let's get to the final word. And here it is. If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this: talk to an expert. While everything we've talked about puts you on the right track, every family's story is different. International adoption and citizenship laws can be incredibly complicated. You might have issues with the Hague Convention or past immigration stuff. It can get complex. The single best thing you can do to make sure this is done right is to get professional help. Consulting an immigration attorney who really knows adoption isn't just a good idea, it's your most empowered next step.